Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Natalie Rydstrom and Martin Green here is on the line. We're going to take a look now at the Champions League rundown. Basically, we're going to run down to Tuesdays and Wednesdays matches. There's 4 matches. Crucial time here, the deciders of who we're going to see in the next round. Let's just pull up these matches now. Tuesday, we've got Man City versus Dynamo Kiev. Obviously, Man City lead 3-1. And then we've got Atletico Madrid versus PSV, and that's currently at a scoreless draw from the first leg. Then on Wednesday, we've got Bayern Munich versus Juventus, 2-2 draw. And then Barcelona versus Arsenal, Barcelona lead 2-0. Now, obviously, we've spoken about these matches. Martin and I, we've spoken about the Tuesday matches. Bernardo Baltazar from the Al Tips will join me later on today to break down Wednesday's matches. But we're going to run down very quickly and find out what we think are the best tips. So, Martin, you've covered these in other videos with me. But Man City versus Dynamo Kiev, we said avoid that 1.62 outright win for Man City. They could settle for a draw. What's the tip that you like here?
Oh, in that particular game, I do find it really hard to predict outright, simply because Man City don't need a win, and they might not bother committing too many men forward, and they might have an eye on future games. So, if pressed, I'd go for a Man City win still, because I think they might want to send out a signal of intent to the rest of Europe. But for me, my favourite bet here would be Sergio Aguero scoring at any time, if he plays. If not, I think Iheanacho will be given a chance, and I'd like a bet on him to score at any time.
Yeah, I tell you about we didn't discuss on our main preview there was both teams to score. Obviously, with the absence of Vincent Kompany, they have been poor at the back. They've been strong up front. Both teams to score 1.8. Paddy Power, play or pass?
I would pass on that one, simply because since Vincent Kompany has returned from injury, he has shored them up at the back, and they've kept clean sheets in their last 2 games. They beat Aston Villa 4-0 and drew 0-0 with Norwich, which wasn't a very good result. But I don't really fancy Kiev to score that much here in this game, so I would pass.
All right. Next match, Atletico Madrid versus PSV. Scoreless draw in the last leg. Must win for Atletico on this one. They are strong on their turf, and obviously their key defence. What's the main bet here?
I really like this game. This game and the Juventus-Bayern games are the 2 to look at. I think the other 2 are already over as a contest. They're a lot harder to predict because the home side won't really need to go for it too much. This game looks really interesting, really finely poised. PSV did a really good job of getting that 0-0 draw in the first leg. Didn't let Atletico get an away goal, so they can really give a good account of themselves out in Spain. But I think Atletico will be too strong. They've got a phenomenally good defence. I would really be looking at Atletico to win this either 1-0 or 2-0, probably 2-0. And I think any sort of bet that involves both teams not scoring or Atletico winning to 0 looks great to me. I think it'll be low scoring, and I could see an under 2.5 goals bet coming in here as well.
Yeah, that's the bet I like for that one. Now we move on to Wednesday matches. Bayern Munich versus Juventus, the match you said the one to look out for. Obviously a 2-2 draw with obviously the importance going to Bayern Munich. They've obviously got 2 away goals. Bayern Munich, they are the favourites, 1.5, not a bet for an accumulator bet, but maybe a little low to back as a single bet. What are you looking for here?
Indeed. Well, Bayern haven't been in great form of late, but they got back to winning ways emphatically at the weekend. They beat Werder Bremen 5-0. And I think they've just rediscovered their scoring touch at just the right time. They absolutely destroyed Juventus for the first hour in the last match. And although Juventus put in a spirited comeback, and they are doing very well in Serie A, I fancy Bayern to win this. I can see them winning outright. A correct score, I quite like 2-1 to Juventus. Sorry, 2-1 to Bayern, or perhaps 2-0. I can see Bayern doing this, and perhaps maybe look at Thomas Müller to score at any time. It's another bet.
All right, fantastic stuff. And then obviously Barcelona versus Arsenal. Barcelona huge favourites there, 1.25. What are you going for here?
Well, I mean, they just destroyed Arsenal in the first game. It was, I mean, the possession they had was ridiculous. It could have been more. I fancy them to see out the job here. It's another funny one, this, because Barcelona don't really need to go for it too much. They know a draw will get them through. Arsenal have a habit in recent years of losing the first game in the last 16 and then going away in the second leg and either winning or drawing. They always go out, but they go out as like valiant losers and it spurs them on for the rest of the season. There's a slim chance this could happen here in this game. Although I doubt it. I fancy Barcelona to win, but I think it's a slightly risky bet, and the odds aren't particularly great. So
Yeah.
I would probably stay away from that. Yeah, always sort of first goal scorer betting. Lionel Messi, you can't really look past that. So I'd be looking more towards either Messi or Suarez scoring first.
All right, fantastic
What do
stuff.
you think? What do you think of this one? Do you think?
Well,
Do you think Barcelona really
to
go?
be honest with you, I have actually not done any research for this match yet. I'm filming at 2 o'clock with Bernardo, but I do have Bernardo's bets in front of me. I did ask for those to run those by you. I've got Arsenal to score a goal, 1.85 pinnacle, and then he's got also the highest scoring half, which is the second half, and that's 2.05 B win. Any of those take your fancy?
Yeah, they both look like good bets to me. I definitely like the sound of the second one. The second half to be the highest scoring half because I mean it happened in the last leg. It was 0-0 at half time. Barcelona finally ground them down and scored twice at the end. I think that's actually a very astute bet because the possession football that Barcelona play leaves the opposition needing to cover so much ground to keep up with them, and then they get tired towards the end of the game. That allows Barcelona to score late goals. So that looks a good one to me. Not sure whether Arsenal will score. Hope so, being an Arsenal fan, but I mean they're misfiring in front of
Well,
goal at the moment.
I
But
tell you, Bernardo does have a fantastic record with this season. So I'm now, even if I disagree with Bernardo, I'm like, well, if Bernardo says it, then it's obviously going to happen. He seems,
Listen
I
to
don't know, he seems
Bernardo,
to have a
he's
crystal ball
taking-
this season. He is on fire. But Arsenal to score a goal is the other button. But listen, final question here is again, shirt off your back. Which bet would you go all in, including the shirt off your back, of all the ones we have discussed?
shirt in off my all in. Sorry, shirt off my back. I'm going for. I'm going to go for Atletico, PSV, both teams not to score.
Or you? I'm
I think
going
Atletico-
same match. I'm going under 2.5 goals.
Oh, that's a great bet. Oh, I'm going with you. I'm going with you as well. Sticking with that. Those are both great bets, but yeah, under 2.5 goals in that match. I can really see that coming up.
All right, fantastic stuff. And do be sure to tune in for Verano's videos. I think they will be out later today, the two Wednesday matches. Martin, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.